Yeah, welcome to the chat. So right here we analyze scalping and day trading strategies using support and resistance, which can also be which can also be called liquidity concept, which others also call which others also call supply and demand. Because you may need to know that support and resistance, they are like band, and anytime price gets there they push price up. This is like a band, and whenever price gets there and if there's a strong pattern, they push price up or down. So support and resistance zones, they can be found in swing highs and swing lows. They can be found on daily highs and daily lows, on the weekly highs and weekly lows, monthly highs and monthly lows, and as follows. I hope that most of us here are what most of us here are familiar with the chart. We are familiar with candlestick patterns. So for the sake of clarity, and since we will be analyzing only exclusively the trading strategies and scalping strategies that you can use on the lower time frame, we are going to be analyzing with the 1 hour chart. So we can see on USD right here, once the day opened creating a resistance with a weak sell pattern. However, this pattern was invalidated and broken by the London session, and right here we are not seeing any clear pattern which confirms an entry. However, price is driving to the low, and probably maybe it could print out a buy pattern for a buy up as price is approaching the low of this particular day, which is not a strong support as well. As you can see, the low of Friday, price is approaching it, and we expect price to react once it gets to this level and breaks it. And if it breaks it and gives a good pattern for a buy, then we can buy further up. On USD JPY, as price opened during the Asian session, price printed out a strong sell pattern and price retested it, and price has been dropping since. So we can see right here in this zone, you could have made your entry during the Asian session. However, I do not advise trading the Asian session, and we can see price successfully broke the low of Friday, which is right here 144.927, and following from this, going to the 15 minutes, you could have taken your re-entry if you have seen a strong order block that grabs liquidity. However, there is no strong order block that grabs liquidity, so let us look out for other pairs. On Euro USD, at the opening, we can see price printed out a buy pattern and price retested it, and price has been jumping up since. Printed out this pattern during the Asian session, price retested and price has been jumping. So we can see how price moved. Although I'm not a big fan of trading the Asian pattern. However, who am I to question the market? We can see on AUD USD as well, price printed out a strong buy pattern which price has been responding to. You can see at the opening of the Asian session, printed out a strong buy pattern. Price has been retesting it and moving up since. So mind you, right here we have a strong support printed out in the Asian, and price reacted to it. We need to know that support and resistance zone, these are zones where we have the most aggressive buyers and sellers. You can see price printed out a strong support and a strong resistance, and you can see the support held, and right here this is the pattern it printed out for a sell. These sellers, they were not as strong as the buyers, and you can see the buyers have closed more than 2 candles above this zone, 1 close, 2 close, 3 close, which signifies that the sellers are which signifies that the buyers are standing strong. So it is so simple to identify. You can see right here, this is the strong buy pattern. We have an engulfing pattern, a sell and a buy, and you can see price retested and moved up. Right here we have a very strong pattern, a sell and a buy which engulfed, and you can see how price moved up. You can see right here we have a sell, we have a buy and a sell, a strong pattern. You can see how price retested and moved down. So yeah, you can see on GBP USD, price printed out a strong sell pattern for a strong resistance, but you can see the resistance was broken by the sellers. The resistance was broken by the buyers. The sellers could not keep up, so the buyers are still pushing this price up in a beautiful manner. So right here we can see on AUD JPY, This is not a very strong pattern, but a strong pattern as well. It's printed out, and you can see how price retested, and you can see how price is reacting right now. As here we have a breaker block, we have a sell, a buy, and a buy that overshadows this sell. So you can see how price is moving up. Alright, here we don't have a strong pattern yet on NZD USD. On Euro JPY, we don't have a strong pattern yet. However, in between the trend, we have a strong pattern. However, we are always meant to look at the high and the exact low, because you need to keep a concept in mind that you sell high and you buy low. On USD card, we don't have a strong pattern and the support or the resistance. On gold, we do not have a strong pattern at the support or the resistance as well. On silver, we do not have a strong, we have a strong pattern at the resistance, which is broken by the buyers. So you can see forex is all a business of probabilities. You see some zones hold and some zones get broken. This is it. On USD we have a strong pattern for a buy, although price has not approached it yet. This is the zone here. Right here on BTC USD, we have a strong pattern for a sell, which price is responding to. However, price gave no room for a retest, but the sellers are in control. And on DXY, we had a strong pattern for a buy at the Asian session that was broken by the sellers. So once you have more than 2 closes below this, you can see 1 close, 2 close, 3 close. So it means the sellers have totally overpowered the buyers. As always, plan your trade your plan, and most importantly, manage your risk and emotions. Have a peaceful day ahead.